I have to hit the button. I have to hit the button, don't I, Tiffany?
Yes, you do.
I have to hit the button. All right, welcome to this week's. It is, remember, friends, we are not here next week because we are at family reunion, but don't worry. There are still posts for you to use. Watch for the calendar, they will be up there. We will be at family reunion having so much fun in the chat. Put a yes, a high five, whatever emotion you're feeling right now towards family reunion. I would love to know who's going in this group. I know Tiffany is because she's stuck with me as a roommate. I was already planning snacks, so she'll be fine. Don't worry. She will be fine. I am so excited to go. All right, Tiffany, we have a special guest today from your neck of the woods.
Yes.
So
So we
let
have,
me get everybody pinned up. Here, you first.
don't pin me. I'm good. We don't need to pin.
There you go. Take it away, girls.
All right. So I have Heidi Nottinson on the call, and Heidi and I have been working together. I feel like it's been since like 2014, 2013, 20 something. Um, and I've been coaching her for the last 6 or 7 years at this point. So she's very passionate about taking a day off. How many of us don't take a day off? Right? I know there are people on this call, a lot of you, even, and a true day off. So Heidi, why don't you share with us? We have about 14 minutes. So why don't you share and discuss with us how you do your day off?
Okay, well, it'd be great if someone can allow me to do a screen share because right
Yeah.
now host disabled.
Oh, let me
Okay,
check. You
but
should
in the
be.
meantime, while that's being worked out. Okay, so tomorrow is Tuesday. Yay, it's my Creativity Tuesday day off. Now, notice I have named it Creativity Tuesday day off. So, all right, now I can do a screen share and it is right over here. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Okay, so I have to do, this is like speed dating. We're going to go really fast. Okay, so why wait until someday, till you're retired to start doing the thing that you like to do? So humans need rest, they need recharge, and just know as a person, I am deserving of a day off. I don't care what my production level is or how well I'm doing my job that week. I still am deserving of a day off. So I actually text people. I'll be in touch after my Creativity Tuesday day off. Thanks for your patience. This is Heidi Nottinson with Keller Williams Realty. And that makes it super easy for people to know I will get back to them. So how do you make it a thing? You're going to select your day. For me, it used to be Wednesday. Then the All Partners, I mean, the ALC meeting started to be on Tuesday. So I changed it to Tuesday. So select it, name it, because then people know it's actually a real thing rather than like, oh, I'm taking Tuesday off this week. It's like, no, I'm taking Creativity Tuesday day off. So name it, honor it, be accountable to it. Don't be surprised if other people hold you accountable to it because they might say, wait a second, why are you contacting me? Isn't this your day off thing, your creativity something? So be really selfish. If somebody says, oh, it's your day off on Tuesday, so we can go for lunch, right? Well, now they've just scheduled you. So don't worry about saying no, do it another time. Normalize it. That means like if you have a day off, start it the night before. Or take Friday and Saturday nights off and Sunday mornings also. Just it's a normal thing. Don't be ashamed to take an actual day off and tell people. So announce it. You can use a text shortcut. I actually have programmed into my keyboard CTDO. When I type that in, all this stuff comes out. Boom, doesn't take me any time. You can use social posts and post on social media like, oh, this is what I did on my Creativity Tuesday day off. So call it by its full name so people know it's real. Color code it in your calendar. Anything that's me time, I call me time because I get selfish with it. I put as one particular color. And all my tracking sheets, my weeks start after the day after my day off. So I don't begin my work week on Monday or Sunday. Mine actually start Wednesday. It's the day after Tuesday. So it's a consistent thing. Now focusing on the plan. So how do we do this? So you're going to set up your showings, your closings, any of your meetings, you're going to set them up on a different day. Don't put it on your schedule for your day off. If you have supplies you need to gather or homework to do, like, oh, I'm planning a hike or whatever, do all your planning on another day. So you're not taking the time on your day off. Be in your day off vibe of whatever that is. So do your homework ahead of time. Decide if you're going if you're okay with doing a similar, going into a similar environment. For me, I don't really like driving around. If I'm driving in traffic, it feels like every other day. So I actually like the day to actually feel different. And so I wind down the night before. And but I still do pick up the phone because I'm not going to penalize other people if they don't know it's my day off. And I just kind of quickly get a sense of what they need. And then I'll just say, you know what, I actually take Tuesdays off. And so I am happy to get back to you tomorrow. Is that okay with you? And most of the time they're like, oh yeah, definitely take a day off. They respect it. So just don't let, if you're with other people and you're like responding to a text in like 2 seconds or a quick phone call, don't start talking to your friend that you're with about like, oh yeah, I just had to do something, because then they're going to get into this 5-minute conversation of you shouldn't have been calling them on your day off. Take care of what you need to do, get done with it. Just don't be dramatic about it. Once I have a client, once they're signed with me, then I go over the expectations. Oh, and I take Tuesdays off. And so whatever we need, we'll just accomplish on Mondays or Wednesdays, just explain it like it's a normal thing. But always remain a fiduciary. So if there's a deadline or a negotiation, then don't miss that. That's still your fiduciary responsibilities, take precedence. Okay, let me move down the sheet here and let's see, what did I miss already? I went through this so quickly.
Well, Heidi, what did you sell in volume last year?
Last year was a little bit lacking, so it's just under 10 million.
Okay, 10
But
million is
one
not
year I
big.
closed 44 units while I've done this, because I've been doing a day off for 10 years now.
That's what I was gonna say, and I don't want you to discount $10 million in the changing market is a good amount of money. You are a solo agent, and you have one admin, correct?
I now have an admin, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'll tell you how this whole thing started in the first place. So about 10 years ago, I've been in the business for 13 years. So I was still a pretty new agent. And like, I want to do art someday, or I want to go traveling someday. There are things I want to do. And I kept saying like, oh, I have to do all this work now so that I can someday go do the thing I want to do. And then I was like, that is so stupid, because I'm self-sabotaging my heart, the things that I like to do. And I was like, well, how can I incorporate the things I like to do with my work? And I was like, well, I guess the only way to do it would be to have a day off. And that's why I ended up naming it, to remind myself, first and foremost, that to allow myself to use that creative side of the brain, or something else. So it took me a while just to kind of like get in the sync with it. And sometimes I don't respect it and I forget about it and I let things creep in. And then I'm just like, I'll be miserable for the whole week. So this way I just like work hard knowing that like I get a day off and I get the rest and recharge.
Absolutely. So Brooke, I know Heidi really well, and
Yeah.
I know all the questions to ask. You don't know Heidi as well as I do. What questions do you have for her?
So, as a creative person, I love that you do this. Tiffany and I have talked about this often on my own coaching sessions with Tiffany. Whereas when I don't have a creative outlet, we notice a different side of Brooke emerging. You just said there are some days you don't respect the day off. How does that change your week? And how do you snap yourself back into that? These are my expectations for myself and my clients, and I'm going to stay strong with them.
Yep. So just say that somebody wants to reschedule something, or we're even setting up a contract to begin with, and we're setting up what the closing date is in the contract. And I might just, they might pick something and I'll say, oh, wow, that's my day off. It's my only day of the week that I take off. Are you okay with closing any other day, or do you need that day? And they're like, oh, we can do any other day. So it's just kind of mentioning that. But I actually, to answer your question about how does it feel, I start feeling like it's really hard getting through the week. And if I miss a whole day off to do 2 weeks in a row, I mean, by now that sounds like the most dreadful, dreary thing. I'm not fresh, and I'm not energized if I don't rest and recharge. I mean, we're animals, right? Humans are animals. We like physically, we need to rest. We need it.
It's so funny. So many of our friends in this industry, bash other agents for setting expectations. and sticking to them. Yet I have always said, would you ask your spouse or your partner or the person you love most in this world to work the insane amount of hours that the real estate industry works? Would you put this on your 17-year-old? Would you put this on your 8-year-old? And if the answer is no, is why are we putting it on ourselves? Why are we living up to the expectation that we have to be available 24/7? Because I guess what? After 9 o'clock, I'm in a different world. I'm usually asleep. You're not
Right.
going to get
You
me.
don't. And they actually respect me more because they know, like I actually tell them it is the one day off a week that I take off and I work all the other days. I never fight the weekends. That's how I word it. And so they know that I'm actually there for them and that I'm working super hard for them. So they have complete respect for me taking off time. So you teach people how to treat you.
I love that.
Simple.
I love that. Is everybody is everybody picking up what Heidi's putting down today, and the permission she gets to give herself to take a step back, and I'm sure that Wednesday you must come back clearer and energized than any other day of the week.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that that one single day, Tuesday, when I'm not doing the same thing that I do other times, like driving and traffic and all that kind of yucky stuff, I feel like the day is so incredibly long. It actually, in a good way, like it feels like it's like a whole entire weekend. So, and I don't necessarily do creative things. I just give myself permission to if I want to.
I would tell you not picking up my phone makes the day 1,000 times longer. If I pick up my phone too much, I feel like the day just goes right by.
It does.
Yeah.
As we
It's
do
like
that when we're used to the same thing all the time flies by faster.
Absolutely. All right. What's your favorite book to read?
I really have loved Atomic Habits and habit stacking in the
Oh,
Atomic Habits.
yes.
Yep,
mhm.
What's your and I know again,
you know
what's your
me.
favorite part about habit stacking?
I love the part where it's like if you put 3 or 4 or sometimes 5 or 6, if you can get multiple of sets of stacks during the day, you're not wasting time in between. And it might sound really silly, but seriously, if like you get out of you wake up, like I reach for my gratitude journal, get that done, then I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, take my morning medicine, drink water, and do like squats or lunges. And all of that, like I've just done several things all at one time because they all like one after the other, they're stacked habits together. And so another time of the day, I have another stacked habits. So you can accomplish a lot just by habit stacking.
I'm
Absolutely.
laughing because oftentimes, if you were to be a spy in my windows, you would see me doing lunges through my kitchen as I'm getting the kids ready or doing things during the day. I read while I do my hair. Like I stack all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And we are going to be giving away one of Heidi's favorite books. And you must stay on and go through the social media part with us to win. Friends, if you have any questions, Heidi usually stays on this call. Throw them in the chat. And I'm sure, Heidi, would you be willing to answer a few questions here and there?
Definitely.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today in the region. I love that you take a whole day for yourself. I love that. Tiffany, anything else you want to add?
I think we're good.
Thank you so much, Heidi. And put your info in as well in the chat, Heidi, so other people know how to get a hold of you. I know your info was up on the screen, but I don't know if everybody was fast enough to catch it. And then we're going to get into our content. I will unpin us. There we go. Remove pin. Tiffany, I'm going to make you last because I can't figure.
I appreciate you for that.
I think I got it. All the pins gone. All right, let's get into our social media posts. All right. Can everybody see the social media content?
We are good.
Awesome. Juggling, I'm a nerd. I got 8,000 screens going on. All right, don't forget you can click on the bookmark and it takes you right to the post. How many of you like cherries? There's always this huge debate. I love them. I didn't know one of my sons was allergic to them till last year. So when I baked a homemade cherry pie, all of a sudden this new allergy popped up. It was amazing. And tomorrow is cherry pie day. I kind of love that there are all these ridiculous social media holidays. So we have all these things to talk about, Tiffany, and find out what people like and dislike. And Tiffany, what are people supposed to be doing with the likes and dislikes?
Making a note in what? In command, so that you know if you're gonna do a pop by or drop off something, or you're doing pie day for Thanksgiving, you know what kind of pie they're gonna want. And it's really funny, I did not know this. I do have a mini cherry pie on my desk right now.
Oh, you got to eat it tomorrow. You can't. You
Yeah,
have
I
a
guess I'm gonna have
post.
to hold off.
Mhm. We're gonna have to
Yep.
wait for tomorrow. So tomorrow is National Cherry Pie Day. Had to pull a Forrest Gump quote in, right? Even though it's chocolates, I said life is like a bowl of cherries. So whether you like it warm with a scoop of ice cream straight out of the fridge at 2 a.m., I am not judging. I am a fridge surfer at 2 and 3 a.m. looking for anything ice cold sweet to eat. And don't forget, friends, don't wear white. It's going to stain you when you drop it. Don't forget to put all of your hashtags in, and that helps you get people to notice your post. Yeah, don't wear. I don't wear white anyway. You've met me. I jump around everywhere, right? White does not belong in my world. On Wednesday, who's sick of this ice cold weather? I watched my neighbor walk around with her kids in shorts last Monday, and then all of a sudden it's like this Arctic blitz, and I'm over it. My fingers are cold 24/7. So now I'm dreaming of a warm vacation. Please make me feel jealous. Are you going anywhere warm and tropical or that's out of this cold anywhere soon? Or are you like me and you're making up these dream vacations of tootsies in the sand, the sun just beaming down on me? I need the beach. Oh, Karen Ward, you are going to have the most amazing time and have warm hands unless you're in the AC. People are going to Aruba. Vegas is warm. Although I was just on the phone with the hotel and they said their weather is being bipolar. So make sure you bring a jacket at night if you're going to. That was the lady's exact words. And I died. I was like, are you from New England? But make sure you're dressing warm. It's a desert. Oh, look at this. Costa Rica, Rick. Well, the vineyard. It's not as warm, but it's a little warmer, right? 2 degrees, Mary, makes a difference.
I think you need to go to the California side of the vineyards and not necessarily the New England side of vineyards.
Exactly. So find out where people are going. If they are dreaming of places to go, who in your local community could help them? Tag in someone who does travel. Your local community boards, if you just search the word travel, people who get referred to the most will pop up. Make sure you reach out to them and then you tag them in this post. Help people get some warmth. The other thing is, Tiffany, do people like living in New England if they've been thinking about retiring and moving to the South in February?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they love it. It's wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait to plow one more time up until
Yeah.
April,
Yeah,
right?
no.
People maybe, I feel like February is always the psychology month in which people are like, mm-mm, this is it. We're out. Migration patterns, check them out. This is when people put their houses on the market and leave. And then if
This is
not,
where I talk about Snowbird Realty. Like when I was selling real estate in Portland, we had Snowbird Real Estate.
yeah, it's a real thing from New
Yeah.
England to the warmer states. And then because I live hungry, this week's This or That Thursday is the Battle of the Cookie. Now, you can't have both. You can't combine them into one cookie. So I need to know in the chat, which is your preferred cookie? Is it the classic chocolate chip or is it the snickerdoodle? I love a snickerdoodle. I love to slam the two together and combine them into a chocolate chip snickerdoodle cookie. It exists. And there are so many combinations of a chocolate chip you can have. Notice I did not put oatmeal raisin. That causes a war when I
Yeah.
put oatmeal raisin on things. I don't know why. Rick agrees. I can see him. He see the disdain. So maybe
I
I would,
make chocolate chip s'mores cookies.
you know, we do have the upcoming trip where we're rooming together where I may not say no to a box of those showing up. This is a fun thing, friends, because you are going to be able to see what people like with all these upcoming things like birthdays or home anniversaries. This is tidbits. These are little chocolate chips that you put into your data bank, or maybe you can drop off the cutest little pop by, not pop eye, for your clients when you know what they like. Work with a local bakery, local place. Our tech, you can purchase cookie dough from the tech high school. They have a culinary department. Support your communities, and then also always ask where people can get things if they need a good place to get cookies.
So just have to go backwards a little bit. Laura Strunk put in if you see that somebody's going to the same location over and over again, set up a neighborhood search for that location.
I love that.
Yes.
New England is a destination community in certain climates, right? If it's winter, it's skiing and snowboarding and all the winter sports. If it's summer, people love the lakes and hiking and doing all the great things we have on the coasts. So if you see them coming there often, that is one of the greatest hacks you can do. And when they ask you about it, you can say, wow, wouldn't it be great to invest in an Airbnb in those areas and fund your vacations instead of paying someone else's Airbnb or for a hotel?
100%.
All right, we have a winner, Tiffany.
We do. So before that, Karen, at the end of this call, the region sent out an email that has the information, and Brooke just put the Facebook group in, which will give you the link to all of this data as there as well. And
And
our
they're
winner this week, which is the Atomic Habit book, is Willie Richardson.
You have to be on. Are you on? Let's see.
I think
I,
he
I
is.
am on. Thank you very much.
Hi, buddy, who loves tea as much as I do. Thank you so much for your sweet email, by the way. I just found it.
All right. Nice, nice. You enjoy the tea?
I'm going to. Thank you so much. Well, congratulations. Is this your first time with us, or have you been on a few times?
I've been on a few times. I actually been on a few times. I
It
actually
pays
came
to
up.
keep coming back.
It does, right? So,
Yeah,
Atomic Habits is coming your way. If you could send me an email to
Okay.
b.silva, you've got my email at kw.com, on where your prize should go. I'll make sure you get connected with the right people, and then the book will show up for you.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it
Congratulations.
for all the gym knowledge that you guys share every day. Every
Aw, thank you. It's our pleasure.
calls. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, friends, emails go out. Also, we put the link to the group, the M3, the Make Money Mondays group. I also put all kinds of fun stuff in there, extra. Sometimes you get bonus posts. Maybe there might be some upcoming bonus blogs coming.
There's a few of you that have already requested access, and I have let you in.
Oh, wonderful. All right, so on the second half of the call, Tiffany, what do?
We talk about something that's going to move their business forward.
201 is the topic we're in right now. So once a quarter, we go through the 201 club. So I'm going to hit stop recording. Stay on. Don't make me cry. Stay on. And I'm going to re-record